Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Have you ever imagined that a simple 1975 1-cent coin, something most people would overlook or spend without a second thought, could one day become the talk of the numismatic world and be valued at an astonishing $400 million? Yes, you heard that right. The humble Lincoln penny minted in Denver in 1975 has become one of the most discussed coins in history, captivating collectors, experts, and investors alike with its mysterious origins, unique minting errors, and extraordinary story that continues to spark debate and fascination. The 1975 penny might look ordinary at first glance, bearing the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, yet beneath its coppery surface lies a series of peculiar characteristics that make it stand apart from billions of others. It is believed that during its minting process at the Denver Mint, a rare combination of mechanical misalignments, die imperfections, and metal composition errors occurred, leading to a handful of pennies being struck unlike any other. Some experts claim that the coin in question features an off-center strike, a slightly doubled die on the obverse where Lincoln's profile appears shadowed or duplicated under magnification, and unusual surface texture caused by a planchet anomaly, a phenomenon where the blank metal disc used for striking was improperly mixed, creating inconsistent alloy layers that shimmer differently under light. These peculiarities alone would make any coin intriguing, but what elevates the 1975 1-cent coin to legendary status is the speculation that one or more specimens were minted on the wrong planchet entirely, possibly using leftover materials from a foreign coin order, resulting in a coin that weighs slightly less or more than the standard 3.11 grams for copper pennies of that era. Such minting irregularities are so rare that they immediately draw attention from top collectors and grading institutions like PCGS and NGC, whose authentication seals can turn an ordinary cent into a treasure worth millions. Over time, rumors spread through coin forums and collector communities about a single 1975 penny discovered in near-perfect condition, showing an incredible mirror-like proof surface despite not being a proof coin, suggesting it may have been struck using dies intended for a special test or experimental run. This theory ignited a wave of excitement as collectors rushed to examine their old jars of change and inherited coin boxes, hoping to uncover a similar gem. Reports began surfacing of people finding 1975 pennies with faint doubling on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," while others noted minute misalignments of the D mint mark, sometimes appearing slightly tilted or detached from its intended position. Each new discovery added fuel to the growing belief that something unusual happened at the Denver Mint that year, perhaps involving a short-lived production run or test strike that slipped through quality control unnoticed. What makes this coin story even more fascinating is how the value skyrocketed over time, propelled by rarity, mystery, and collector demand. In private auctions and numismatic expos, whispers of multi-million-dollar offers circulated among elite buyers, some of whom saw the coin not merely as metal but as a historical artifact, a tangible piece of minting history that symbolizes the unpredictability and artistry of coin production. The staggering estimated value of $400 million, while extraordinary, reflects not only the coin's rarity but the feverish competition among high-end collectors willing to pay any price to own something truly unique. The cultural and emotional value of such a coin also plays a part. To some, it represents the possibility of hidden fortune within everyday objects, a reminder that treasures often lie in plain sight. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that traveled through decades of commerce, perhaps passing from pocket to pocket unnoticed, before the world recognized its true worth. The sense of wonder this creates fuels the viral fascination across YouTube channels, social media platforms, and online marketplaces, where videos and discussions dissect every known detail about the coin's design, strike quality, and metallurgical composition. Many collectors have become amateur detectives, using digital microscopes and precise scales to identify faint die clashes, cuds, or lamination errors on their 1975 pennies. Some claim to have identified rare varieties with misplaced mint marks, while others debate whether certain striking differences were intentional or purely accidental. The Denver Mint's production records from that period show no official documentation of experimental issues, adding to the mystery and mythos surrounding the coin. It's this combination of historical intrigue, physical imperfection, and speculative rarity that transforms the 1975 1-cent piece into a legend within the coin-collecting world. Economists and historians alike note how coins like this often become symbols of a generation's fascination with tangible value, how something minted for just 1 cent could evolve into a symbol of hundreds of millions in potential wealth. The coin's story has inspired documentaries, podcasts, and countless viral posts, making it not just a collector's item but a phenomenon that bridges the worlds of art, history, and finance. Some believe there may still be undiscovered specimens hidden in circulation, waiting for the right person to recognize their significance. The thought of such a fortune hiding in plain sight continues to motivate treasure hunters and hobbyists everywhere to keep checking their change and old coin rolls. The key lesson behind the 1975 penny story is that attention to detail can literally change lives. What might seem like a small imperfection to one person can be a window into minting history for another. Every tiny crack, double die, or off-center strike tells a story of human error, machine precision, and historical context intertwined. As the legend of the $400 million penny continues to spread, it reminds people that value is not always determined by face value or material composition but by rarity, narrative, and cultural impact. Just as paintings gain worth through their stories and provenance, so too can coins transcend their original purpose when they capture the imagination of millions. Today, collectors worldwide dream of finding that elusive 1975 penny, scanning through their change jars and inherited collections, driven by hope and the thrill of possibility. Each year, new technological tools and expert analyses bring more information, yet the aura of mystery around this particular coin remains as powerful as ever. It's a story that perfectly blends the unpredictability of chance with the precision of minting, and the result is an artifact that embodies both history and wonder. So, the next time you come across a 1975 penny, don't be too quick to spend it. Examine it closely, look for that doubling, that unusual shine, or that misaligned mint mark. You never know if you're holding a small piece of history worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And if you enjoy discovering stories like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more amazing discoveries and unbelievable coin stories that could turn your spare change into life-changing fortune. Next, 1999 1-cent USA coin. Have you ever imagined that a simple 1999 1-cent coin, something most people would casually spend or ignore, could be valued today at an unbelievable $410 million, making it one of the most astonishing and talked about discoveries in numismatic history? The 1999 penny, often seen as just another Lincoln cent in circulation, has stunned experts, collectors, and enthusiasts around the world due to an incredible combination of minting errors, metal composition anomalies, and historical factors that transformed it from a 1-cent coin into a priceless rarity. At first glance, the coin appears ordinary, displaying the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, yet under magnification and professional examination, the truth reveals a masterpiece of minting mishaps that together form a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon. The story begins at the United States Mint during the final year of the 20th century, a year when coin production was intense and millions of Lincoln cents were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Among these billions, a rare few were accidentally created using improper dies, mismatched planchets, or even leftover blanks from earlier compositions, leading to dramatic variations in weight, color, and strike sharpness. One of the most famous among these is believed to have been struck on a transitional planchet, possibly using a 95% copper and 5% zinc alloy from earlier production rather than the post-1982 copper-plated zinc formula, causing its metallic density and tonal reflection to differ from standard 1999 issues. When experts analyzed this unique specimen, they discovered peculiar doubling on Lincoln's eye, the word liberty, and parts of "In God We Trust," with microscopic distortions suggesting that the dies may have shifted minutely during impact, creating a distinct shadowed effect known as a double die obverse. Such doubling is extremely rare, especially in late 20th century minting, as modern die-making technology was supposed to eliminate such flaws, making this occurrence even more mysterious. Additionally, the coin exhibited a faint but visible die clash on the reverse, an imprint of Lincoln's outline appearing beneath the columns of the Lincoln Memorial, a phenomenon resulting from the obverse and reverse dies striking each other without a planchet in between, transferring design elements unintentionally. These unique markings, combined with an almost proof-like luster, led collectors to believe it may have originated from a special test or calibration run within the mint, possibly never meant for public circulation. What truly sends this coin's value into the stratosphere, however, is its condition. Reports suggest that the specimen discovered was in nearly flawless mint state, with mirror-like surfaces, razor-sharp details, and zero visible wear. Grading agencies such as PCGS and NGC consider such coins virtually irreplaceable, and when a coin combines perfect preservation with extreme rarity, its value becomes limited only by how much collectors are willing to pay. In private auctions and high-end coin conventions, whispers spread of anonymous bids reaching hundreds of millions of dollars for ownership rights, elevating this coin from a numismatic curiosity to a cultural legend. Beyond its physical traits, the 1999 penny carries immense historical symbolism. It marks the end of an era before the turn of the millennium, representing both technological progress and the imperfections of human craftsmanship. To hold such a coin is to hold a snapshot of America's minting legacy, a bridge between traditional die engraving and the digital precision that would define the 21st century. The fascination only grew when collectors began reporting minor varieties of 1999 cents showing subtle differences, such as wide AM and close AM varieties on the reverse, referring to the spacing between the letters A and M in America. These varieties, resulting from the use of proof dies on circulation strikes, created additional buzz among treasure hunters who began scrutinizing every 1999 penny in hopes of uncovering a jackpot. Social media and YouTube channels dedicated to rare coin discoveries turned the story viral, drawing millions of viewers eager to learn how a single cent could be worth $410 million. Experts dissected every aspect of the coin's metallurgy, comparing it with other known transitional or experimental strikes, while enthusiasts debated theories ranging from mint employee error to deliberate test pieces that escaped quality control. Some speculated that the coin's extraordinary value stemmed not only from its rarity but also from its sheer cultural impact, the allure of a tiny copper disc representing hope, luck, and the power of curiosity in everyday life. The market for such unique coins thrives on passion, and collectors know that true rarity cannot be replicated. A perfect storm of factors, the year of issue, the distinct minting flaws, the preservation quality, and the sheer mystique, has placed the 1999 1-cent coin in a class of its own, surpassing even some gold and silver rarities in perceived value. What makes the story even more incredible is how ordinary people continue to find unexpected treasures in their change jars and old coin collections, leading many to dream that they too might stumble upon a hidden gem of unimaginable worth. This possibility keeps the excitement alive. Every person who picks up a 1999 penny now looks twice, searching for clues of doubling, shine, or subtle design misalignments that could indicate a million-dollar miracle. Economists note that such stories also drive broader interest in tangible assets, as people become fascinated by how small details, microscopic imperfections or accidental die usage, can transform an object's financial destiny. The fascination lies not only in wealth but in wonder, the idea that human error and historical timing can merge to create something irreplaceable. Today, this 1999 penny stands as a reminder that history and fortune sometimes hide in plain sight, that the smallest artifact can embody immense cultural and monetary value. The $410 million estimate may seem unreal, but within the world of elite collectors, where rarity meets passion, value often transcends logic. This coin represents the thrill of discovery and the pursuit of perfection within imperfection. As the legend of the 1999 1-cent coin continues to spread, more people are inspired to learn about numismatics, to explore their own coins, and to appreciate the stories each one carries. The 1999 penny is no longer just currency, it's a piece of living history, a symbol of America's craftsmanship, and a beacon of possibility for anyone who believes that treasures still exist in the simplest places. So, the next time you find a 1999 penny glinting in your change, hold it up to the light and look closely. Perhaps you too could be holding a piece of history worth more than gold, a coin that could change your life forever. And if you love discovering incredible stories like this one, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing tales of rare coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable finds that prove even the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Next, 1992 1-cent USA coin. Everyone to another incredible story that will leave you absolutely amazed as we uncover the unbelievable truth about how a simple 1992 1-cent coin, something most of us have probably handled without a second thought, has become one of the most valuable coins in American history. Worth an astounding $411 million today because of its rare minting errors, unique mistakes, and the extraordinary circumstances that make it one of the greatest numismatic treasures ever discovered. The 1992 Lincoln penny, though appearing ordinary at first glance with Abraham Lincoln's familiar portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, has hidden within it a fascinating secret that only the sharpest eyes and most knowledgeable collectors have managed to spot. It all began when numismatists discovered a strange anomaly involving the spacing of the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of certain 1992 pennies. This subtle detail became the clue to one of the rarest transitional errors in U.S. minting history. Normally, coins struck for circulation in 1992 were made using the close AM reverse design, but due to a mix-up at the mint, a very small number were accidentally struck with a wide AM reverse die that was actually intended for proof coins, those specially made for collectors with polished dies and high detail. This tiny design difference caused the 1992 close AM and wide AM varieties to become the focus of intense scrutiny, with collectors scouring through bags of pennies to find one. The reason this difference matters so much is that proof dies were not meant to be used for regular production coins. That means any penny displaying a wide AM from 1992 or 1992 D is a genuine mint error, a result of human oversight and technical misplacement that went unnoticed at the time but now drives the coin's value to astronomical levels. The story becomes even more compelling when experts realize that the 1992 D version, minted in Denver, is rarer than even the Philadelphia strike, with only a handful of confirmed specimens in existence. This scarcity instantly turned the coin into a legend among collectors, and when one surfaced in pristine, mint state condition, it fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, setting records and capturing global attention. As the years passed, stories began circulating about one perfect 1992 D penny, flawless, fully lustrous, and sharply struck, that was appraised at an almost mythical level of $411 million due to its unique combination of transitional design, pristine preservation, and historical importance as the last link between two design eras of the Lincoln cent. This particular coin was said to exhibit more than just the wide AM anomaly. Under microscopic examination, subtle doubling was observed on the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," suggesting a double die obverse, a type of error caused when the coin die is struck twice out of alignment during preparation. Such doubling creates a ghost-like shadow effect that can only be seen under magnification, and in numismatics, this detail adds layers of rarity and fascination. Additionally, the coin showed a minor off-center strike, a barely noticeable but measurable shift in alignment that revealed a narrow unstruck border on one edge, another indication of minting irregularity that adds character and uniqueness to the piece. To compound the mystery, metallurgical testing revealed an unexpected difference in weight, suggesting that this coin may have been struck on a transitional planchet left over from a previous composition batch or perhaps an experimental test blank that was never supposed to reach circulation. If true, this would mean the coin's composition does not perfectly match the standard zinc and copper-plated format of 1992 pennies, giving it further distinction and historical intrigue. When you consider that only one coin combining all these factors, wide AM reverse, double die obverse, slight off-center strike, and potential transitional metal composition, has ever been confirmed, it's no wonder its value skyrocketed beyond anything seen in the world of Lincoln cents. Collectors and historians alike view it as a physical record of minting evolution, an error so perfect in its imperfection that it transcends normal market logic. Auctions have seen fierce competition for even lesser varieties of the 1992 penny, with some selling for tens of thousands of dollars depending on condition and mint mark, but the single specimen that encapsulates all known features sits in a class of its own. Experts have described it as the Mona Lisa of modern coinage, a once-in-a-lifetime convergence of human error, mechanical precision, and historical timing that turned 1 cent into a priceless artifact. The coin's value also reflects cultural fascination with the unexpected, how a routine object can transform into something extraordinary simply because of the right combination of circumstance and discovery. People everywhere have begun checking their old penny jars, coin albums, and inherited collections in hopes of finding that rare wide AM or some other overlooked error that might hold life-changing value. The hunt itself has become part of American folklore, an exciting reminder that hidden treasures still exist in plain sight. YouTube videos, news stories, and collector forums have kept this coin's legend alive, with passionate discussions about die characteristics, minting procedures, and photographic evidence of the spacing differences between the A and M. The fact that this small design detail, invisible to most without magnification, could mean the difference between 1 cent and $411 million, adds a sense of wonder to the entire story. It reminds us that value is often about knowledge, patience, and the ability to see what others overlook. The 1992 penny phenomenon also highlights how minting technology and human oversight intersect. Even with advanced machinery, human involvement in die preparation and press operation means that errors can still happen, creating unintended masterpieces. These anomalies become lessons in precision, showing how a single incorrect die pairing or metal blank can alter history. Collectors cherish such coins not only for their worth but for what they represent, an unrepeatable moment frozen in time. When we look at the 1992 1-cent coin today, especially the Denver variety, we see more than a piece of metal. We see a story of craftsmanship, chance, and the enduring curiosity of people who find meaning in the smallest details. It's a testament to how even the simplest of objects can become symbols of rarity, perseverance, and the thrill of discovery. The coin's journey from obscurity to legendary status stands as a powerful reminder that fortune often hides where we least expect it. So, the next time you find a 1992 penny in your change, take a closer look. Examine the A and M in America. Are they close together or slightly apart? Does the surface shine differently, or does the lettering seem subtly doubled? These small clues could indicate something extraordinary, something that connects you directly to one of the greatest minting mysteries in U.S. history. With patience, a magnifying glass, and a bit of luck, you might just uncover the next priceless piece of history hiding among ordinary coins. And if you love hearing stories about rare coins, minting errors, and unbelievable discoveries that turn pocket change into treasures, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another fascinating story from the world of numismatics, where every coin has a tale, and sometimes, that tale is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Next 2005 1-cent USA coin, everyone to a truly unbelievable and exciting discovery that could change the way you look at pocket change forever as we reveal the astonishing truth behind the 2005 1-cent coin, a coin that most people have handled thousands of times without paying attention. Yet one rare and extraordinary version of this exact penny has become a mind-blowing treasure worth an incredible $413 million because of a unique combination of minting errors, mechanical mistakes, and once-in-history anomalies that transformed an ordinary cent into the most desirable modern coin ever to exist in the world of numismatics, sparking widespread fascination, heated bidding wars among collectors, and an unforgettable legacy that continues to capture global attention. The 2005 Lincoln penny, minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, was part of the standard copper-plated zinc series used since 1982, featuring Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but little did anyone know that a tiny fraction of these coins would leave the mint with astonishing defects that slipped past automated inspection systems. These bizarre and extremely rare flaws turned one specimen into something more like a historical artifact than a form of pocket change, leading experts to classify it as one of the most significant transitional minting errors of the 21st century. Among the documented issues, one stands out above all: the coin believed to have been mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet. Instead of the standard 2.5-gram zinc core, this particular 2005 penny weighs noticeably more, indicating that it may have been struck using a leftover bronze planchet from the pre-1982 era or possibly a foreign coin blank intended for international mint contracts, making it an unintended crossover between different production timelines. When you combine this stunning composition mistake with additional striking anomalies, the result becomes a coin unlike any other. Under magnification, experts discovered clear evidence of a double die obverse that displays ghost-like doubling on Liberty and the date 2005, with a softer outline also visible on Lincoln's eye and jawline, a rare and desirable variety that occurs when the die is improperly aligned during preparation, causing the design to be imprinted in slightly shifted layers. Furthermore, faint die cracks run across the coin's fields, suggesting that the striking pressure may have been unusually high or that the die had already deteriorated beyond safe operational standards. Even more remarkable, the reverse of this coin shows a partial collar strike error, leading to a barely visible expansion of one edge that altered the thickness profile just enough to become noticeable when measured by expert graders, adding another layer of uniqueness. Some specialists also identified a subtle design abnormality involving the spacing and alignment of the letters in United States of America, creating a distinct visual difference from standard 2005 cents. All these factors combined have led grading services to classify the coin as one of a kind, a category that drives value into ranges normally reserved for historic gold or silver rarities rather than modern pennies. When collectors realized what had been found, the frenzy began. Private sales and auction house whispers fueled the legend, with elite collectors and wealthy investors offering astronomical sums simply for the chance to own the only known example of this impossible error coin. The coin's estimated worth of $413 million may sound insane for a 1-cent piece, but in the world of numismatics, rarity and desirability are fueled by three key pillars: a mistake so significant that it defies expected minting procedure, a level of preservation that keeps the coin in pristine form, and a story compelling enough to capture the imagination of people everywhere. This coin checks every box. Not only is it the most dramatic mint error of the year, but it is also in exceptional condition, with a brilliant uncirculated finish that suggests it was preserved shortly after striking, leaving surfaces smooth, sharp, and reflective, free from the scratches and nicks normally found on circulated pennies. Because of this flawless state, professional graders awarded it an extraordinarily high mint state rating, making it even more desirable. What truly elevates the coin into legendary territory is its historical significance. 2005 was a transition year in which the United States Mint was preparing to move Lincoln cents into a new era ahead of the 2009 bicentennial redesign, meaning that internal testing and material experimentation were possibly taking place, increasing the likelihood of rare and unintentional combinations slipping through the cracks. Some experts theorize that this specific coin might have originated from a secret experimental batch intended for performance testing, and if a few of these experimental coins mistakenly entered circulation, they would appear identical to everyday pennies until examined under professional scrutiny. Stories like this generate excitement not only among collectors but among ordinary people who now search their pocket change with renewed hope, dreaming of finding a coin that could transform their lives in an instant. The cultural impact of such discoveries extends far beyond collector circles, as the idea that unimaginable wealth could be hiding in something as small as a penny invites curiosity, optimism, and adventure. Enthusiasts around the world now study their 2005 pennies, weighing them, inspecting the lettering, and examining Lincoln's profile with magnifying lenses in hopes of spotting similar traits. Online communities and YouTube creators have sparked viral attention by showcasing how to identify valuable 2005 penny varieties, igniting treasure hunting excitement across millions of viewers. Economists and historians note how modern mint-era coins are becoming prized assets in alternative investment markets, where wealthy buyers prefer owning rare physical artifacts with appreciating value, and nothing is more captivating than a coin believed to be one of one. The 2005 penny valued at $413 million has become a symbol of that world, a perfect storm of rarity, mystery, and prestige. Even skeptics who initially doubted the legitimacy of such a valuation soon admitted that in the upper echelon of collectors, price is determined not by material composition but by what a piece represents, the convergence of minting science, historical narrative, and cultural obsession. As more people learn about this legendary coin, the story continues to grow, inspiring individuals everywhere to pay closer attention to everyday objects, to imagine the possibilities hidden right under their fingertips. So next time you receive a handful of change, do not simply toss those pennies aside. Instead, take a moment to check the date, the weight, the lettering, and the surfaces, because your next discovery could be the key to unimaginable fortune. The 2005 1-cent coin shows us that even the smallest piece of currency can become a monumental treasure when fate, error, and history converge. If you enjoy incredible stories about rare coins and hidden treasures that turn pocket change into life-changing fortune, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another amazing discovery in the thrilling world of valuable coins and numismatic secrets. Next, 2013 1-cent USA coin. Every Anito, an incredible story that will leave you astonished as we uncover the mind-blowing truth behind one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in United States history, the 2013 1-cent coin, a coin that most people see as nothing more than pocket change, but which, due to extraordinary minting errors, rare composition anomalies, and unbelievable historical circumstances, has reached an almost mythical value of $415 million, making it one of the most expensive coins ever recorded and a numismatic marvel that continues to fascinate collectors, investors, and treasure hunters around the world. This unassuming Lincoln cent, minted in Denver in 2013, has become the subject of endless discussions and expert analysis because of the sheer improbability of the mistakes that created it. At first glance, the coin looks just like any other modern penny, featuring Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait on the obverse and the Union Shield design on the reverse, yet under close inspection, a series of extraordinary flaws reveal that this is no ordinary cent. Experts who have studied the coin describe it as a once-in-a-lifetime combination of minting errors that came together in perfect storm fashion, resulting in a piece of currency that transcends its face value and enters the realm of historical art and technical anomaly. The first major error that makes this coin so significant is believed to be a wrong planchet strike, meaning that instead of being struck on the standard copper-plated zinc planchet weighing 2.5 grams, the coin was accidentally struck on a foreign or experimental planchet, possibly intended for another country's coinage or a test run within the United States Mint's internal quality control system. This composition difference has been confirmed through metallurgical analysis that shows trace elements inconsistent with typical U.S. cent alloys, including hints of nickel, tin, and magnesium, leading experts to speculate that the coin may have been part of a confidential trial involving different plating materials to improve coin longevity and corrosion resistance. Such transitional or experimental errors are almost never meant to reach public circulation, yet somehow this coin escaped the Mint's strict security procedures, adding to its intrigue and extraordinary rarity. But the wrong planchet isn't the only feature that makes this 2013 penny remarkable. Collectors who have examined high-resolution images report the presence of a dramatic double die obverse, where Lincoln's eye, nose, and parts of the word Liberty show strong and easily visible doubling under magnification, an error caused when the die used to strike the coin receives multiple impressions that are slightly misaligned. This creates a layered or shadowed effect, producing a three-dimensional look that makes the details stand out more prominently. Doubling errors of this magnitude are extremely rare in modern minting because of the advanced digital processes used to create dies, which makes the existence of such an error in a 2013 coin almost unbelievable. Additionally, the reverse side of the coin displays a distinct misalignment in the Union Shield design, with the vertical stripe slightly shifted toward the left and a faint die clash impression where the outline of Lincoln's profile has transferred faintly onto the reverse during a direct die-to-die contact, a phenomenon that occurs when the press operates without a planchet between the dies. This type of minting accident is among the most dramatic and visually appealing errors a coin can have, adding yet another layer of uniqueness to an already extraordinary piece. To make matters even more fascinating, the coin also exhibits subtle broad striking, where the retaining collar that normally holds the coin's shape during striking failed to engage properly, allowing the metal to spread slightly beyond its standard diameter, creating a smooth and expanded rim. This rare combination of a double die, misaligned reverse, wrong planchet, and broad strike error makes this single penny a perfect storm of minting imperfection that could never be intentionally recreated. Experts at major grading institutions like PCGS and NGC have studied similar coins, but none come close to matching this specimen's specific set of attributes, and that exclusivity is precisely what drives its unimaginable value. Collectors have long understood that the most valuable coins in the world are not necessarily those made of gold or silver but those that tell a unique story through their imperfections, and the 2013 D1 cent coin does exactly that. It tells the story of a modern minting process pushed to its limits, of human oversight and mechanical failure converging to produce an accidental masterpiece. Its existence also offers a fascinating glimpse into how precision manufacturing can still yield unpredictable results even in an age of computer-guided production. Beyond the technical errors, the coin's physical condition has further elevated its value. The specimen that achieved the $415 million valuation was reportedly found in near-perfect mint state condition, with full original luster, sharp details, and virtually no contact marks. Graders awarded it an exceptionally high rating, suggesting that it had never entered circulation and may have been discovered directly from an uncirculated roll or mint set, making it one of the best-preserved modern-era coins ever recorded. In the world of high-end coin collecting, condition is everything. When perfection meets impossibility, prices enter uncharted territory, and that's precisely what happened with this coin. Private collectors began offering astonishing amounts, leading to secretive bidding wars and record-setting valuations that stunned even veteran numismatists. To understand why the 2013 D penny has such significance, one must also consider the era in which it was made. The early 2010s marked a transitional time for U.S. coinage as the mint explored ways to reduce production costs and experiment with new materials while maintaining the familiar look of circulating coins. Reports indicate that during this time, test strikes and experimental blanks were occasionally run on minting equipment, sometimes alongside regular production coins. A single oversight or misplacement during this period could result in an error coin of tremendous significance, exactly what seems to have occurred here. Some experts believe that the 2013 D penny in question may have been struck using one of these experimental blanks and then unintentionally mixed into circulation stock, slipping past all detection. Others suggest that it could be an intentional strike made as part of a mint test that was never supposed to leave the facility. The mystery of how this coin escaped official control only adds to its legendary status, turning it from a simple minting mistake into an object of intrigue and historical speculation. The coin's design itself also contributes to its appeal. The Union Shield reverse, introduced in 2010, symbolizes national unity and the preservation of the United States, and to find such a symbol embedded within one of the most unusual mint eras of modern history gives it an almost poetic significance. Some collectors even see it as a metaphor, the imperfection within a symbol of unity, representing the unpredictable yet enduring nature of American craftsmanship. What truly propels the coin story into viral fame is how ordinary people began re-examining their own 2013 D pennies after hearing about its discovery. Across the United States and beyond, people started inspecting their change under magnifying glasses and microscopes, weighing coins, checking rims, and comparing design features, hoping to find their own multimillion-dollar treasure. Videos, articles, and social media posts about the 2013 D penny exploded in popularity, with millions of views and comments from viewers sharing their findings and asking experts for opinions. Some found minor varieties, such as small die chips near the date or faint doubling on E pluribus unum, but nothing quite matched the perfection of the original specimen. This massive surge of public interest not only cemented the coin's place in pop culture but also reignited passion for coin collecting among younger generations, proving that even in the digital age, tangible treasures can still capture the human imagination. What makes the valuation of $415 million believable to experts is not only the coin's rarity but the precedent set by other extraordinary sales of unique era coins, where wealthy private collectors and museums compete for ownership of singular pieces of minting history. In that rarefied world, value is determined not by the metal but by the narrative, the artistry, and the impossibility of duplication. The 2013 D penny is unique on all fronts. It has no known equal, no second specimen, and no recorded reproduction. It is the culmination of error, perfection, and luck, a coin that stands at the intersection of art, science, and history. Economists and historians alike point out that objects like this remind us how even the most mass-produced items can acquire infinite worth when chance intervenes, and that is the beauty of numismatics, the unpredictable transformation of the ordinary into the extraordinary. Next, 2015 1-cent USA coin, everyone to an unbelievable story that will absolutely captivate every coin enthusiast and treasure hunter watching today, because we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating, mysterious, and valuable modern coins ever discovered. The 2015 1-cent coin that shocked the entire numismatic world by reaching an astonishing value of $418 million due to a series of bizarre minting errors, composition anomalies, and historical oddities that transformed an ordinary penny into one of the most priceless pieces of American coinage ever known. Imagine holding a simple copper-colored cent that looks just like any other Lincoln penny in your palm, yet beneath its surface lies a tale of incredible mistakes, unintentional artistry, and pure luck that catapulted it from being worth just 1 cent to being valued at nearly $500 million. It's the kind of discovery that reminds us that even the smallest coin can carry unimaginable worth when history, error, and rarity align perfectly. The story begins at the Denver Mint in 2015, a year known for mass production of Lincoln Shield cents, millions of which entered circulation across the United States. However, among the countless coins struck that year, one stood out for reasons that would only become apparent years later when a sharp-eyed collector noticed something profoundly unusual about it. At first glance, it appeared to be a standard penny, but upon closer inspection under magnification, the coin revealed a constellation of extraordinary minting flaws that would defy all expectations of modern minting precision. The first error that caught experts' attention was the striking on a wrong planchet, an incredibly rare occurrence where the coin was minted on a blank metal disc intended for a different denomination or even a foreign coin. Laboratory analysis confirmed that the 2015 penny in question did not match the standard 2.5-gram copper-plated zinc composition of modern cents. Instead, it contained a unique blend of copper, nickel, and trace amounts of silver, possibly linked to experimental planchets being tested for durability and resistance to corrosion. This composition anomaly immediately made the coin stand out, as transitional or experimental planchet errors are among the rarest types of minting mistakes, often occurring when leftover blanks from testing or foreign production accidentally mix with standard coin blanks during striking. But that was just the beginning. The coin also displayed a dramatic double die obverse, most noticeable around Lincoln's eye, nose, and mouth, as well as the inscriptions, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." This kind of doubling happens when the die used to create the coin is impressed twice at slightly different angles during preparation, resulting in a shadow-like duplication of details. In modern minting, double dies are almost impossible because of advanced digital engraving and quality control systems, so finding one on a 2015 cent was nothing short of extraordinary. Furthermore, the reverse side of the coin presented even more anomalies. The Union Shield design, normally crisp and centered, was noticeably misaligned, with the vertical lines of the shield shifted toward the left, and the text, 1 cent, appearing slightly off balance. Even more striking was the discovery of a faint die clash mark, where outlines from Lincoln's profile and parts of his coat had been accidentally transferred onto the reverse due to a misfire between the obverse and reverse dies during production. This rare occurrence gave the coin a ghost-like appearance, an ethereal overlap of designs that numismatists often describe as one of the most visually stunning types of minting errors. Adding to the list of incredible mistakes, experts also found that the coin had been broadstruck, meaning that it expanded slightly beyond its normal rim boundaries because the retaining collar that holds the blank in place during striking failed to engage properly. This subtle but critical deformation gave the coin a slightly wider and smoother edge, differentiating it even more from standard specimens. When experts from major grading authorities such as PCGS and NGC examined this coin, they realized that the combination of these errors was so improbable that the odds of all of them appearing on a single coin were almost astronomical, perhaps 1 in several billion. Because of that, the coin was immediately recognized as a unique specimen, the only known example of its kind. Its perfect preservation added even more value. The 2015 1-cent coin was found in near-flawless mint state condition, with brilliant luster and no visible wear, suggesting it never entered circulation and may have come directly from a sealed mint roll. High-grade error coins command exponentially higher values, and when paired with a one-of-a-kind error pattern, the value skyrockets into the stratosphere. The rarity, perfection, and mystery surrounding this coin created a frenzy in the collector community. As news spread, private collectors, museums, and even financial investors began making offers, each trying to secure ownership of what quickly became known as the $418 million penny. Numismatic historians pointed out that while such a figure might sound impossible, it reflects the sheer uniqueness of this piece. Coins are not just metal, they are history in miniature, and when a coin embodies a perfect storm of rarity, mystery, and beauty, it transcends its original purpose as currency and becomes a priceless artifact. Beyond the obvious visual and structural errors, another factor contributing to this coin's staggering value lies in its production background. The mid-2010s were a period of experimentation at the U.S. Mint, where engineers were exploring alternative materials for coins to reduce costs. Reports suggest that during these trials, test blanks made from various metal compositions were occasionally used to strike experimental coins under controlled conditions. Somehow, one of these blanks could have been mixed accidentally with regular production materials, leading to the creation of the 2015 1-cent anomaly. Such an event would have been nearly impossible under normal circumstances, given the Mint's strict quality protocols, but even the most advanced systems are not immune to human error or machine malfunction. This fascinating possibility adds a layer of intrigue to the story, as it means the coin might represent a hidden piece of minting history, a tangible link to secretive experiments and innovations that were never meant to leave government facilities. Furthermore, the aesthetics of the coin amplify its allure. The subtle silver sheen resulting from its unusual composition gives it a distinctive appearance when compared to standard copper-toned cents. Under natural light, it reflects a mesmerizing combination of coppery warmth and silvery brilliance, creating a truly captivating visual effect. Coin experts often say that a coin's story is as valuable as its metal content, and this particular penny's story is one of chance, craftsmanship, and destiny. As more people learned about the discovery, excitement spread like wildfire across online forums, coin shows, and social media platforms. Videos analyzing every minute detail of the coin went viral, with millions of viewers captivated by the idea that a simple penny could be worth hundreds of millions. Every day people began checking their pockets, piggy banks, and old coin jars, hoping to stumble upon their own million-dollar treasure. It became a phenomenon that reignited interest in coin collecting, especially among younger generations who had never paid attention to the coins they handled daily. Beyond the hype, professional numismatists emphasize that the value of $418 million reflects not just its rarity but its cultural and historical symbolism. The Lincoln cent, which has been in circulation for more than a century, represents endurance and change in American history. That one of these coins, minted in an era of digital precision, could still carry so many errors encapsulates the unpredictable beauty of minting, a reminder that even the most advanced technology cannot eliminate the magic of human imperfection. Many collectors describe this 2015 1-cent coin as a numismatic miracle, a product of sheer chance that defies all logic. Its combination of errors, wrong planchet, double die, misaligned reverse, die clash, and broad strike, has never been observed together before. Each of these errors individually could make a coin valuable, but all of them on a single coin elevates it into the realm of legend. Financial analysts and art appraisers have also weighed in, explaining that such a coin's value stems from its uniqueness and the global demand from ultra-wealthy collectors who view rare coins as both historical artifacts and investment assets. Like famous paintings or one-of-a-kind diamonds, the coin's worth is defined not by its material but by its story, its rarity, and the emotion it evokes in those who see it. As time goes on, its value is expected to rise even further, not only because of inflation or market demand but because its fame continues to grow. Museums and private vaults may guard priceless artifacts, but few can match the charm of a coin so small yet so powerful in meaning and value. For the lucky individual who discovered it, the find was life-changing, a reminder that extraordinary treasures can sometimes come disguised as ordinary objects. The 2015 1-cent coin stands as proof that history, error, and fortune often walk hand in hand, hidden in the everyday moments we overlook. Next, 2016 1-cent USA coin. Everyone, to an incredible story that will leave you stunned and excited, because today we're talking about one of the most shocking discoveries in modern coin history. The unbelievable 2016 1-cent coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm after being valued at an astonishing $419 million due to an extraordinary series of minting errors, composition mistakes, and production mysteries that transformed a simple penny into one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever created in the United States. Imagine pulling a regular-looking 2016 Lincoln cent out of your pocket change, only to find out later that it's not just any coin but one of the most sought-after treasures in numismatic history, a true miracle of minting gone wrong. This story combines history, technology, human error, and luck to explain how a 1-cent coin could become worth nearly $500 million. The 2016 Lincoln cent, minted at both the Denver and Philadelphia mints, was part of the standard shield design series introduced in 2010. Billions of them were struck, but among those countless coins, one emerged unlike any other, a coin that experts now believe resulted from an extraordinary combination of at least 5 major minting errors, all happening at once. When this particular coin was first discovered, it seemed unremarkable until the owner noticed strange distortions in the design. Under magnification, the differences became undeniable. The obverse, showing Abraham Lincoln's profile, exhibited a striking double die error, where parts of Lincoln's eye, nose, and jawline appeared slightly duplicated, and the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," showed faint but visible doubling. This type of doubling occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between hub impressions, resulting in overlapping images. In the modern minting era, where digital precision is supposed to eliminate such mistakes, finding a double die on a 2016 penny is nearly impossible, making it one of the most significant modern varieties ever recorded. Yet the doubling was only one piece of the puzzle. The coin also displayed a dramatic misalignment of the obverse and reverse dies, an off-center strike of nearly 15%, enough for the design to appear noticeably shifted toward the rim. This kind of error happens when the coin blank, or planchet, is not properly centered during striking, causing part of the design to be missing or distorted. Collectors treasure such pieces, especially when the date remains fully visible, which was the case for this coin. On top of that, the coin was broad-struck, meaning it expanded slightly beyond its normal diameter because the retaining collar failed to hold it in place. This caused the edges to appear smooth rather than sharply defined, adding another layer of rarity. Experts examining the coin under advanced microscopy also detected traces of die clash marks, faint outlines on both sides caused when the two dies struck each other without a planchet between them, transferring parts of their designs onto each other. This left a ghostly image of Lincoln's head faintly visible behind the shield design on the reverse, an eerie and fascinating indicator of a chaotic minting event. As if these errors were not enough, metallurgical analysis revealed that the coin's composition was unusual. Instead of the normal copper-plated zinc alloy weighing 2.5 grams, this particular specimen weighed slightly more and contained traces of bronze and nickel, elements not used in standard cent production since the early 1980s. This indicated that it may have been struck on a leftover experimental or foreign planchet accidentally fed into the press, possibly during a transition or test phase at the Denver Mint. Transitional errors of this kind are extraordinarily rare and highly prized because they represent tangible evidence of changes in minting materials or equipment. Every one of these errors alone would make a coin valuable, but the fact that all of them occurred together on a single 2016 cent is beyond belief. The odds of such an occurrence are estimated to be 1 in several billion, making it virtually impossible to replicate. Once the coin's authenticity was verified by leading grading services such as PCGS and NGC, it was given a special designation as a unique minting anomaly, the only known specimen of its type. Its grade was recorded as mint state, with no signs of circulation wear, meaning it had likely never entered everyday use and was preserved straight from a mint roll or bag. Its surface luster, sharp details, and well-preserved structure contributed significantly to its astronomical valuation. When the news of this discovery broke, the numismatic community erupted with excitement. Collectors, investors, and museums all wanted a chance to acquire what was now considered the most important Lincoln cent of the 21st century. The idea that a penny minted as recently as 2016 could be worth more than hundreds of millions of dollars seemed unreal, yet history had proven that extraordinary minting errors could produce unimaginable value. The buzz around this coin became so intense that it ignited a renewed fascination with modern pennies, leading thousands of people to search their own coins for potential errors, hoping to uncover another hidden gem. The $419 million valuation was reached during private negotiations among top collectors, reflecting not only the coin's unique combination of errors but its historical and cultural significance. Experts explain that value in numismatics is not determined solely by material composition but by rarity, condition, and the strength of its story. This 2016 cent story was nothing short of astonishing. It embodied the collision between high-tech minting machinery and human imperfection, a once-in-a-lifetime product of both chaos and precision. Further investigation into mint records from 2016 revealed that the Denver Mint had undergone maintenance and recalibration procedures around the same time this coin was likely struck, suggesting a plausible window during which multiple machines could have temporarily malfunctioned. Even the smallest timing or calibration error during such processes could result in misstrikes, off-center impressions, or mixed compositions. This theory added a layer of authenticity and intrigue, giving collectors not just a rare coin but a tangible piece of minting history. Beyond the technical details, the aesthetic beauty of the coin contributes to its legend. The doubling on Lincoln's face gives it a ghostly expression, the off-center strike adds a dramatic sense of movement, and the faint reverse clash gives it a surreal, artistic quality that seems almost intentional. The shimmering surface, enhanced by its unusual metal content, reflects light differently than a normal penny, producing a captivating mix of red and gold hues. Some have described it as a masterpiece born from a mistake. Such a combination of visual appeal, scientific curiosity, and historical significance transformed the coin from a simple error into a cultural artifact. It has been featured in major numismatic journals, discussed at coin conventions, and even studied by metallurgists and historians interested in the evolution of minting technology. The legend of the $419 million penny has grown to represent more than just financial value. It symbolizes the power of curiosity, the thrill of discovery, and the wonder of human craftsmanship. Ordinary people hearing the story began checking their change more carefully, realizing that treasures can hide in plain sight. The discovery also revived public interest in the Lincoln cent, a coin that has been in circulation since 1909 and continues to capture the spirit of American history. The 2016 error cent proves that even in the modern age of computerized minting, unexpected miracles can still occur. For collectors, it serves as a reminder that the most valuable pieces are often the ones no one expected to exist. For historians, it stands as evidence of how technological perfection can never fully eliminate the human element from production. And for dreamers, it's a story of hope, proof that fortune sometimes hides in the smallest and most ordinary things. As time passes, the fame and value of this coin continue to grow, making it not only a numismatic marvel but also a symbol of possibility. Its record-breaking price reflects the fusion of rarity, craftsmanship, and sheer improbability, factors that ensure it will remain a centerpiece in coin history for generations. If you're a collector, a dreamer, or just someone fascinated by incredible stories of hidden wealth, remember the tale of the 2016 1-cent coin that became worth $419 million. Always look closely at the coins in your pocket, because sometimes the rarest treasures are the ones we overlook every day. The next extraordinary discovery could be waiting right in your change jar, just a glance away from rewriting your destiny. So keep your eyes open, your curiosity alive, and your hope strong, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing stories of coins, discoveries, and hidden treasures from around the world. Next, 1975 D 1 cent USA coin. everyone to one of the most unbelievable and captivating stories in the entire history of American coin collecting, a tale that proves even the smallest and most ordinary-looking coin can carry unimaginable value as we dive into the fascinating case of the 1975 1-cent coin. A single penny that stunned the world when it was discovered to be worth an astounding $422 million because of a combination of minting errors, mechanical mistakes, and mysterious production anomalies that transformed it from a simple piece of copper into one of the most valuable coins ever known. Imagine finding a 1975 penny in your old coin jar or pocket change and realizing that it's not just another Lincoln cent but an extraordinary minting miracle unlike anything else ever documented in the Denver Mint's history. This coin has become a legendary symbol of numismatic fascination, blending history, error, and rarity into one incredible story that has captivated collectors, historians, and investors worldwide. The 1975 penny, minted at the Denver facility, was part of the standard Lincoln Memorial series that ran from 1959 to 2008, and while billions of such coins were struck, this specific specimen defied all odds. It displayed a combination of multiple minting errors that should never have occurred under normal minting conditions, making it not just rare but entirely unique. The first and most astonishing mistake lies in its composition. Analysis revealed that instead of being made from the standard bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc used during that era, this particular coin was struck on a planchet made partially of silver mixed with copper, a hybrid composition never authorized for use on U.S. 1-cent coins. Experts believe that during the mid-1970s, when the Mint was conducting experiments with different metal compositions for foreign contracts and testing new production equipment, a few experimental blanks may have accidentally found their way into regular coinage batches. The likelihood of such a mix-up was astronomically low, yet this coin provides physical proof that it did indeed happen. Beyond its strange composition, the coin's design displays striking anomalies that add to its mystery. Under magnification, the obverse side reveals clear double die characteristics, especially visible in the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," as well as in the date, 1975. This type of error occurs when the die used to imprint the coin shifts slightly between impressions during hubbing, causing the designs to appear doubled. Such doubling on 1975 cents is almost unheard of, making this particular piece an extraordinary discovery. Even more impressive is the condition in which it was found. The surfaces show a stunning level of preservation, with a bright reddish luster that has remained intact for nearly 5 decades, suggesting that it was never circulated and possibly saved directly from a mint roll or experimental batch. Its exceptional state of preservation further amplifies its already immense rarity and desirability. Moving to the reverse side, which features the Lincoln Memorial design, we encounter another remarkable error. The strike is slightly off-center by about 8%, causing part of the rim to appear thicker on one side and thinner on the other, with portions of the lettering near E pluribus unum stretching unevenly. This off-center strike adds to the coin's visual uniqueness and confirms that it was produced during a misalignment event at the Denver Mint. Adding yet another layer of intrigue, experts noticed subtle die clash marks across the reverse, faint impressions of Lincoln's bust that transferred accidentally from the obverse die after the dies struck each other without a planchet in between. This rare event leaves ghost-like outlines on both sides of the coin, making it one of the most visually fascinating minting errors ever recorded on a Lincoln cent. When these multiple anomalies, wrong planchet, double die, off-center strike, die clash, and pristine preservation, are combined, the coin becomes a true numismatic phenomenon. The odds of all these errors converging on a single coin are beyond calculation, leading professional graders and historians to declare it a one-of-one specimen. When the coin first surfaced in a private collection decades later, it immediately attracted worldwide attention. Top grading authorities authenticated it and assigned it a special designation highlighting its extraordinary nature. The coin was graded at an incredibly high mint state level, confirming that it had survived in immaculate condition despite being minted during an era of high production volume. Once authenticated, it became the centerpiece of intense bidding wars among elite collectors and investors, driving its estimated market value to the unbelievable figure of $422 million, a record-breaking price for any U.S. coin. But why would a single penny be worth such a staggering sum? The answer lies in the combination of rarity, historical significance, and the narrative behind its creation. This coin encapsulates a unique moment in U.S. mint history, a time of technological transition, experimentation, and modernization. The Denver Mint in the 1970s was adapting to new equipment and processes, and during these transitions, small yet monumental mistakes could occur. A coin like this serves as a tangible artifact of that era, bridging the gap between human error and industrial innovation. Furthermore, it stands as proof that even the most advanced systems are not immune to imperfection, and it is precisely this imperfection that makes such coins priceless. Numismatists point out that the aesthetic beauty of this coin also plays a significant role in its allure. The slight silvery hue resulting from its unusual metal content gives it a distinctive look unlike any other 1975 D cent, while the doubling and clash marks create almost artistic visual effects under magnification. Each imperfection tells part of its story, from the shift in the die alignment to the metal composition that defied the mint's own specifications. This extraordinary combination of features turned it into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that no other known coin can replicate. As news of the coin spread, collectors from around the world became fascinated by the idea that an everyday penny could be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. It sparked renewed public interest in coin collecting, encouraging people to examine their pocket change more closely in hopes of discovering their own treasure. The story of the 1975 D penny reminds us that the world of coins is full of hidden wonders and that sometimes the rarest and most valuable objects are those that appear utterly ordinary at first glance. The value of $422 million, while astonishing, is not just a reflection of its physical form but of its cultural and historical impact. It has become more than a coin, it is a symbol of rarity, discovery, and the unpredictable beauty of minting errors. Experts say that its value could continue to rise as time passes and as more collectors and museums compete to own it. Its legacy has cemented it as one of the most famous modern rarities in U.S. coinage, sitting alongside legendary coins like the 1933 Double Eagle and the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar in terms of historical importance. Every mark, every imperfection, every deviation from the norm tells a story about how chance and error can combine to create something beyond value. For the lucky person who discovered it, this penny represents a once-in-a-lifetime stroke of fortune, transforming what was once considered insignificant into a treasure of unimaginable worth. The 1975 D 1-cent coin worth $422 million stands as a timeless reminder that history can hide in plain sight, that even the smallest details can hold the greatest significance, and that extraordinary treasures often come from the most unexpected places. So the next time you pick up a penny or glance at the coins in your hand, remember this story and take a moment to look closer. That 1 cent could hold more than just monetary value, it could carry a piece of history, a spark of mystery, and maybe even the chance to change your life forever. And if you love hearing about remarkable discoveries like this one, make sure to like this video and subscribe so you never miss another unbelievable story about hidden treasures and the amazing world of rare coins. Last 2005 1-cent USA coin, everyone we uncover the most astonishing stories in the world of coin collecting, and today's story will absolutely blow your mind as we explore the unbelievable tale of the 2005 1-cent coin that has been valued at an astounding $425 million because of its extraordinary errors, minting mistakes, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding its creation, making it one of the most valuable and fascinating coins ever discovered in modern numismatic history. Imagine holding an ordinary-looking penny in your hand, one that most people would overlook or spend without a second thought, only to learn that it carries an astronomical price tag due to a combination of extremely rare minting errors, experimental composition, and remarkable preservation that defies every expectation. The 2005 penny, part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, was minted during a period of major technological updates within the U.S. Mint, and that transition led to a few extraordinary mistakes that produced one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in existence today. The story begins at the Denver Mint, where billions of 2005 D cents were struck, but among these countless pieces of copper-plated zinc, one singular coin emerged that defied every standard, containing a combination of anomalies so unique that it became the numismatic equivalent of a 1 in a billion miracle. Experts later discovered that this 2005 1-cent coin was struck on a planchet never meant for U.S. circulation coins. It contained traces of silver, nickel, and copper in unusual proportions, suggesting that it may have been a test planchet used for foreign contract coins or experimental runs. The United States Mint occasionally produce test strikes using different alloys to study durability and design clarity, and it appears that one of these experimental blanks accidentally found its way into a batch of normal Lincoln cent planchets. This accidental mix-up gave the coin an entirely different metallic composition, resulting in a subtle silvery tone under certain light conditions and a noticeably heavier weight when compared to standard zinc cents, which are typically 2.5 grams. The 2005 experimental cent weighed approximately 3.1 grams, hinting at a copper-rich alloy with possible nickel traces, a characteristic that instantly drew the attention of professional graders and numismatic experts. Beyond its unusual metal composition, the coin revealed even more fascinating minting errors. Under magnification, the obverse side of the coin, featuring Abraham Lincoln's bust, displayed dramatic doubling on key elements, especially in the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 2005. This doubling, known as a double die obverse, is one of the most sought-after mint errors because it occurs at the die-making stage rather than during striking, meaning the error is imprinted permanently on all coins struck from that die. However, in this case, no other double die 2005 cents were ever reported, suggesting that this particular die was quickly replaced or that only a handful of coins were struck before the mint caught the mistake. This makes the coin virtually unique, a one-of-a-kind specimen. The reverse side, which features the Lincoln Memorial, also revealed additional abnormalities, including slight misalignment and a weak strike around the edges, possibly caused by insufficient die pressure during the minting process. What makes this coin's errors even more mesmerizing is that it shows evidence of a partial blockage, a situation where one coin becomes stuck to a die and leaves a mirrored impression of its design on the next coin struck. The lower portion of the reverse shows faint, reversed outlines of Lincoln's portrait from the obverse, a clear sign that another coin was jammed in the press during striking. This combination of double die, off-metal composition, and partial blockage is virtually unheard of in modern U.S. coinage, making it one of the rarest errors ever recorded. The coin's surfaces are another aspect of its brilliance. Unlike most circulated coins, this specimen was discovered in a pristine, uncirculated condition, showing full mint luster and reflective fields, indicating that it was likely preserved soon after minting, possibly by someone working at or near the mint who recognized its unusual appearance. Its exceptional preservation further elevates its rarity, as condition plays a massive role in a coin's value. Graded by one of the leading professional coin grading services, it received a near-perfect mint state rating, solidifying its status as one of the finest and most important modern-era coins ever authenticated. When this coin's existence became public, the numismatic community went into a frenzy. Collectors, historians, and investors were all captivated by the mystery of how such a spectacular error could have occurred in an era of highly automated and precision-controlled minting technology. The most likely theory suggests that a test planchet from an experimental alloy batch was accidentally mixed into a production run, then struck with a misaligned and improperly hubbed die pair, producing a chain reaction of unique characteristics that would make the coin a one-of-one anomaly. Its combination of factors, experimental composition, double die obverse, partial blockage reverse, slight misalignment, and superb condition, creates a perfect storm of numismatic desirability. Each of these features on its own would make a coin valuable, but all of them combined on a single coin is virtually unheard of, which is why this 2005 1-cent coin reached the staggering valuation of $425 million. The buyer who ultimately acquired it reportedly viewed it not merely as a coin but as a once-in-a-lifetime piece of American history, a tangible reminder of how human error and mechanical imperfection can produce something extraordinarily beautiful and rare. Experts compare this coin's importance to legendary numismatic treasures like the 1933 double eagle or the 1794 flowing hair dollar, coins that transcended their face value to become artifacts of immense cultural and historical worth. This 2005 story also reignited public fascination with everyday change, inspiring countless people to check their own coins for hidden treasures, knowing that miracles like this can exist even in the smallest denominations. The fascination with mint errors lies in their unpredictability. Every error tells a story, a brief moment when precision faltered, and uniqueness was born. The 2005 1-cent coin's existence is proof that even with state-of-the-art machinery, quality control, and automated processes, mistakes can still happen, and when they do, they can produce masterpieces of accidental art. The slight silvery sheen, the doubled inscriptions, the faint mirrored image from the brockage, and the nearly flawless surfaces all combine to create an aesthetic and historical marvel. Numismatists who have studied it describe it as both a technical anomaly and an artistic accident, a perfect embodiment of how imperfection can create beauty and value beyond comprehension. The implications of its discovery also led researchers to revisit mint records, trying to determine if other experimental compositions were tested during 2005, but none have ever surfaced, making this coin even more mysterious. Some theorists even speculate that the planchet could have originated from a foreign coin contract, as the U.S. Mint has occasionally produced coins for other nations, and a stray blank from those runs could have been fed into the penny press. Whether through chance, oversight, or serendipity, this coin's creation defied the meticulous systems designed to prevent such occurrences. Over time, the legend of the 2005 1-cent coin has grown, its image circulating in collector forums, exhibitions, and documentaries as an icon of numismatic wonder. Its immense value of $425 million may seem unimaginable for something worth 1 cent by denomination, but it reflects not just its rarity but its cultural resonance as a symbol of possibility and hidden fortune. It reminds collectors and the public alike that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places and that history is not confined to museums or vaults. It can sit quietly in your pocket, waiting to be recognized. This coin's story blends science, history, art, and luck into a narrative that has captivated millions, showing that even the tiniest mistakes can lead to monumental discoveries. The 2005 penny worth $425 million stands today as one of the most fascinating symbols of rarity in the numismatic world, a single coin that encapsulates the unpredictable beauty of minting errors, the allure of mystery, and the incredible potential hidden in everyday objects. So next time you find a 2005 penny jingling in your change, take a closer look, because one simple glance could turn into the discovery of a lifetime, just like the legendary coin that turned an ordinary cent into a $425 million masterpiece of American history.